House Bill 303. Imagine this. A tiny Texas town with only a few dozen residents is struggling to keep its five-member city council running. Meetings keep getting canceled because not enough members show up, and the paperwork meant for larger cities keeps piling up. The town doesn't want to dissolve, it just wants a simpler structure that fits its size. What the bill says it does? House Bill 303 lets very small Texas towns switch to a Type C general law city government, which is easier to manage with fewer people. Before this, only towns with at least 501 residents could make that change. What it actually does. By removing the 501 person minimum, House Bill 303 allows any small town, even those with only a few dozen residents, to legally restructure their local government. This means struggling towns can downsize their councils and keep operating, while the state loses a population threshold that once limited who can make the switch. Now, who benefits? Small, shrinking towns that can't maintain larger councils. Local leaders who want to preserve city status and control over local land decisions. Residents who still want to elect their own local officials instead of being absorbed into the county. Now, who pays? Potentially, residents in that towns that shrink too far and lose oversight for accountability. The state, which may have less visibility into whether very small towns remain functional. Now, why this matters. This bill gives rural Texans a legal way to keep their communities alive, even when populations drop. It supports local control, but it also raises a question about accountability in towns so small they may struggle to provide basic services. The change makes sense for struggling areas, but it will need close watching to ensure it's not misused by paper towns that exist mostly on paper. Now, questions to ask your lawmakers. How many towns statewide can now qualify to reclassify as Type C under this change? Will the state track whether these towns maintain transparency and basic services after restructuring? Should there be a review process to make sure this flexibility doesn't lead to unaccountable or inactive municipalities? Bottom line, House Bill 303 gives Texas' smallest towns a lifeline to keep local control, but someone still has to make sure those towns remain real, not just legal.